Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Parker and what we've got here is another little episode of Heritage Explorers. And what we're doing, we're visiting historical locations along the Manchester, Bolton and Bury Canal. And I'm talking a bit about what you can see, don't worry, I won't bore you, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of history here. And this spot in particular, you know, it's rather special. And if you were here before July 1936, you'd actually be swimming down canal, you know what I mean? It'd be like, "Wah!" And you think, well, you're kidding, this is not a canal. But what I say is, look to my left. And what you've got is some absolutely beautiful dressed stone wash wall. And this would have been the edge of the canal. And just so you got an idea, water level probably would have been about up to there, you know what I mean? So, question you're probably asking is, well, if it's a canal, where's the water? And that is a very good question. And the answer lies just to my right. And what happened here would have been in July 1936. Unfortunately, there was a canal breach. And what a canal breach is, basically, you would have had a big embankment along here that supported the canal banks. And unfortunately, that failed. And all the masonry and all the brickwork and all the rubble went down the slope and it ended up in the river, which was a short distance over there. And what happened then is water started rising, you know what I mean? Because it's like you can't just create a dam in the river because it means water can't go anywhere. So water level at the river went up, yeah, and then it started backing up, didn't it? And unfortunately, it flooded the paper mill, Trinity Paper Mills, which were just up there, yeah. Over the years, the London, Midland and Scottish Railway Company tried to repair this section because it was a weak embankment. And if you're here now, it's difficult because it's overgrown, you know what I mean? But when vegetation's died down, you can see some old railway girders sticking out of masonry where it slipped into the river. And you can imagine at time, like people who live nearby and local reporters liked it to Niagara, you know what I mean? This sudden gush of water came straight down the canal over this precipice. And they reckon box boats that were moored at Lady Shore, which is a short walk up canal, were coming backwards and flying over the embankment. So you can imagine what a spectacle that would have been. But sadly for this canal, at that point it was owned by London, Midland and Scottish Railway Company. And really railway companies, certainly with this canal, there were a little bit of trade, you know, up at Lady Shore, which continued till 1949, you know, coal boats and that. But you know, really they weren't that interested in. So when it burst, they didn't repair it. And like fast forward now to 2023 and the breach is still here, you know what I mean? And you know, it's tragic, isn't it? Because it hadn't have been for that were kind of death knell at canal. Up to that point, it was still making money. Yeah, you know, and the worst thing about it, you think this canal, it started at the River Well in Salford, yeah? So what it meant is, it effectively severed the three arms of the canal. So the Salford arm, Bolton arm and Bury arm, basically, you know, they were no longer joined. So it wasn't a continuous canal anymore, which was tragic. But, you know, it's an absolutely fascinating spot. And like, if you look at like newspaper articles at the time, there's a guy supposedly he was riding his bike along the towpath and he heard a cracking. And as he looked over his shoulder, the canal bank was slipping. And you can imagine he just got to the other side before it went. And he was white as a ghost. You know what I mean? I wouldn't like be him anyway, you know what I mean? But that's enough of that. Hope you've enjoyed this little kind of flavour breach and that. And I'll see you on next one.